Hey everybody, if you can hear me, say hi because I'm not sure if we're live or not. We're just going to hang out here for a few minutes until we get some visitors. So we'll see what's going on here. Looks like we are live. Yay! Happy Friday. Let me know how things are going. And we'll go from there. Let's see here. I'm just trying to find the live as we're here. So, you know that I'm new to the YouTube lives, and so that takes me a minute sometimes to figure it out. So, if you're here, you holler at me and say hi because right now I feel incredibly vulnerable. Like, I don't know if I'm live or not live because it's not casting very well. So, we will go from there. We're gonna wait for a few people to pop on and see where we're at. I am playing with my phone here just to see if we can okay, it looks like Lisa's here. That's awesome. Love seeing that. And we'll just keep going. It's not showing up on my actual screen, which is pretty annoying, but that's okay. You know, that's the way life is going. So, anyhow, Lisa says I'm live and she can hear me. So we're 2 minutes and 29 seconds through, and I'm just now figuring that out. If I don't laugh at myself, everybody else will laugh with me or at me. So while we're waiting for people to pop on, I want to talk about our new release. We have a cake and dinosaur themed release this month. It was for my birthday. And the first one is Prehistoric Birthday, which is, what shirt are you wearing? If you know, you know. If you don't know, have you seen this one? It says, I don't like morning people, or mornings, or people. It's not Stabby Cat. I almost wore Stabby Cat for you. But it was close, right? So Prehistoric Birthday, which has, the 4 different dinosaurs in it. The Happy Birthday balloon, your prehistoric and big birthday wishes. And we have Dynamite Birthday, which are more dinosaurs, which are band themed. So we've got a saxophone, a drummer, a guitar player, a singer, and a pianist. It says you have a Dynamite Birthday. And it says, they say it's your birthday. So you'll be, I'm sure, seeing a lot of this coming up. And then we do have Forever 29, which, if you don't know, I've celebrated a lot of 29 birthdays, but that's as old as I get. And we've got Happy Birthday Forever 29, Eat Cake for Breakfast, because in my dream life, we would eat cake for breakfast every single day. But then that's not the healthiest for you. I've been told that maybe I need to tone that down just a hair. Anyway, we've got this big layered cake, which I think you guys have seen a lot of these online. And then we've got the present, and we've got the present with a little vase. We've got the confetti. And then what we're going to be working on tonight is the die set, the bundle of wishes. And I'd love to know where I just put that. Lisa and I were saying earlier that it's inevitable. As soon as you go live, everything goes awry. And I literally just die cut a bunch of candles. And now I can't find the candles. So the candles look like this. You've got taller candles, and then you've got shorter candles, and they are to be made into a bundle so that you can customize them to however many birthdays you have. So in theory, you can put all 29 candles on here. There is a long single candle, and it's really annoying me because I literally had had this die set in my hand. I just found it right before the live. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about. So mine are obviously already used. I put magnetic sheets on my inserts for my stamps and dies. And I left one in the bag. So you've got much larger candles, and you've got one that's maybe, I don't know, a half inch shorter. That way they stack really nice with each other. So you can, offset them. And then you've got this single candle. All right, and there you go. So these will absolutely stack on one another. I am going to concentrate on the candles today. We're going to kind of go with a rainbow just because that's what I like to do. And we're going to probably play with some of my favorite colors now because of time, because I know a lot of people like to go see craft roulette. I have went ahead and die cut some of them. Now, one thing that I like to do is pop out all of my pieces after I color. You, of course, can do it however you want. So I find that it's probably best to color the pieces that have the cutouts. And I am going to grab a piece of scratch paper. Anytime you're coloring on a glass mat, alcohol markers can they can bleed through, and then when you move on to the next one, it can get kind of grody. So the one thing I am going to pop out is this little flame piece, because that'll be on the back side. So all the flames I'm going to color with a Y13. And what's nice about this set is you can use colored cardstocks, but you can absolutely color like I am today. So what I'm saying is, no matter what your skill level is, if you can die cut and you can glue, you can make this card. Anyway, I'm going to start with red because I'm a traditional, Roy G. Biv kind of girl. And normally I do a 4-color blend for my reds. I use an R24, a 4-6, a 5-9, and a 2-9. So I basically have 2 midtones, but we have very small real estate here. So I am just going to color this entire thing with my midtone color, which is red. This R24. And then, we could actually just stick with 2 colors if we wanted to. And then on the outsides, because they're round, I'm just putting a nice strip of the R29. Now, if you wanted to get really super fancy, we could go in with that R46 and keep going so that we get more dimension and kind of get blendy. Of course, you do whatever makes you happy. So I'm going to lay those off to the side because we are going to make our own custom cardstock at the end. We're going to now move into the oranges. So I'm going to use a YR04 and an 07 and an 09. Again, the flame, I'm just very quickly using that Y13. And a lot of times I will say do what I say, not as I do. So be aware that sometimes I break my rules about the whole don't color on my glass mat thing. But honestly, you really should not color on your glass mat. You should have a piece of paper underneath it. I know I'm going to get a lot of people that disagree with me. And honestly, I used to be one of those people. And after I've ruined a time or two with the glass, like red picking up onto my B00, Then all of a sudden I'm like, you know what, that was really bad and I should probably stick with my paper. So I was taught to color on a scrap piece of paper, because then that way that ink will go through to the paper and not onto my mat. But again, you do you. I'm going to do me and you can do you. Now we're going to do yellows, and I'm going to use a Y19, a Y15, and then I'm going to keep with that 13. And again, I'm doing this on the sheet, on the candles that have the die cut lines in them. So we've got a solid, and then we've got the one that cuts out the pattern, if you remember correctly. All right, it looks like somebody's popped on. If you'll just chime in, say hello, just like being able to greet everybody as they pop on. Let's see here. All right, now I'm going to use my Y19, so that was my Y13. And again, you guys, you can use whatever colors that you wish to use. This is not rocket science. Using my darkest color, and you could use whatever medium that you want. In fact, you could use, excuse me, you could use colored cardstock and forget all the shenanigans if you wanted to. I am actually going out with a friend of mine tomorrow morning. She decided that she wants to go and adopt another cat. I told her she could pick one of my cats and save me the trouble, but she wants to get her little feller a new friend. So I'm gonna go out with her somewhere in Kentucky. There's a like, it's called a McFurry Valentine. I don't know. There's like lunch, and yeah, there's lunch involved, and I guess pet adoption. I don't know. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. But, you know, you always accompany a friend to do some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm using my YG03. You know, on the website, I've got my favorite chart. Lisa put this together for me, where it's got some of my favorite Copic combinations, and you'll find a lot of these already on that chart. Now that is free download on the website. However, and I also have a free coloring book, but there's also a coloring resource book that's for sale on the website, and that talks about color theory, and it's all pre-printed for you on my marshmallow cardstock. I really like my marshmallow cardstock because it blends super well. It's very easy, and it foils amazingly. So if you are like a better press person or a glimmer person, this is the cardstock for you. So you might want to keep that in mind. I'm not trying to, you know, I am trying to sell you something, but I'm trying to sell you something that I love. You know what I mean? You mean? All right, so now we're back to that Y13 again. You can use your chisel tip or your brush nib. It doesn't matter. So we're at blues now. I'm trying to think of what color blue I want to use. Lately, I've really been feeling like the... Let's go with B14, 16, 18, and the reason... Now, I normally go a little bit a different color with these in my personal coloring, but when I'm trying to choose colors that work really nice in a row in Copic, so if you're brand new to Copic markers, then you don't have to do a whole lot of thinking and worry about the blend. But again, this is your project. Do what you want to do. And I'm going to go in with this darkest color. Now, I typically, when I color, I usually go darkest to light. And that's because that's the way I was taught. Well, I was originally taught to go lightest to dark, and that's because the lightest color saturates your paper. And then the people that I ended up following the most, they recommended dark to light, and that's kind of what I've adopted because it's what made sense to me. But again, there is no right or wrong way to color. I know that for years, like there was like Copic certification, and people were just like, you've got to do it this way. And I'm just telling you, I'm a rule breaker, and you can do it however you want to do it because it's your project. So I am giving you permission to break all of the rules today, every day of your life, actually. I highly recommend it. Every once in a while, it's just fun to do something different. You know what I mean? Alright, so now we're on to purple. And I have to make sure that I'm still coloring with my Y13 for my flame. Lisa's saying hello in her best Mrs. Doubtfire voice. If you guys ever get to talk to Lisa on the phone, you've got to get her to do the Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello. I can't do it because of my voice. I don't have the right voice. I don't have the right voice for anything. Let's be real. We're not going to pretend that I have a pretty voice because I know better. But you know what? I'm thankful that I have one because I don't always have one. You know? And we're going to come in with V17, and we're going to come along the sides. And again, you could just stick with 2 colors on these. Now I'm going to use a V09. Let's see if I like that. Yeah, I do. And so if you notice, I went in with that that V17, and then I didn't do the V12, V15, V17 family because I don't really like that lightest color for what I'm doing. So now I'm just coming in with that V15, which is my highlight color. And again, you guys, this is like way more than what you would have to do. So I think I did 1 extra candle because, I mean, who wants to have a cake without some pink? At least I like the pink. So we're going to do an RV color. So let's grab that Y13 again. Hi, Betsy. You're asking Lisa if she's freezing. Do you know what? Usually in the area that I live in, we get snow and it's gone the next day. We have actually had snow and ice on the TV, or I'm sorry, I'm looking at my TV and it's freezing. I was just seeing what the live was doing. We have had snow on the ground for almost 2 weeks straight. We haven't had actual real snow. We had a couple flurries this week, but like nothing that accumulated. But everything is old from like right around Christmas time and then after. It's so hard to believe, like the first of the year snow. So then this is my R19. And I said this is not like, I don't really like that lightest color. My phone just started talking to me. Because my TV dropped. Sorry about that you guys got to hear that. And it's the live, it's the evils of doing lives. Every technology always goes wonky. Anyway, let's see. All right, so those were all the top candles. And now I'm going to use my crafter's wand, which we do sell those in the shop. So here I'm poking out all of the like odds and ends. So what I was getting back to before my phone decided to do something funny on my TV was that we haven't had snow on the ground this long in years. They're saying that we've had the most snow since 1977 for accumulation in January, which is amazing to me. And here's a fun fact. My mom walked across, and now you guys are going to start Googling to see when all this happened. My mom walked across the Ohio River when it was frozen. The Ohio River has not frozen this year, but she was pregnant with me and walked across the Ohio River. I think she's crazy, but you know what? If it's like a once in a lifetime type situation, I probably would have done it too. My poor kids, right? But anyway, so I'm just popping these pieces out. I know that this kind of gets a little bit on the boring side, but it's a necessary evil when you're crafting. And so I cut everything on my mini maker. I've got it here off to the side. We used to sell it in the shop. The company no longer makes it, or else we would be still carrying it. But it's my favorite die cutting machine. But you know, these dies are compatible with any die cutting machine out on the market. They're just the wafer thin. So sorry, I was off camera there for a second. I just realized I forgot to do one of the this top little piece here in the candle. Let's see. All right, there we go. So when I said that about the top piece, there's a piece right there. That one's a little persnickety one, you have to remember, because it's so easy when you're flying by. So now the hardest part of the crafting is over. The next hardest part, like I said, this is good for any skill level. And the goal is that we get out of here tonight so that everybody can do craft roulette if they want to. I'm hoping that my card is like what the parameters for craft roulette is, so then that way I can participate. But you know that's never how that works. So now, I just made a bad mistake. Was anybody else yelling? I have to color the flame, so I'm just using YR09 to color the inside of the flame. I knew I forgot something. Florida trying to figure out snowflakes, I know. What are you saying about the joy stickers? Oh, so my friend Sandy, she cut out the word joy 358 times, and she did those for my markers as a gift. It was a great present. And then she also did them for my Olo markers. So she's done that, like over 500 times. And then, you guys, it gets better. She then, gosh, friends are always good to have, especially crafty friends. Then she did a J for all of my Deco gel pens and for all of my Sharpie acrylic pens. And let me tell you, I love them. I love them. How does it go? I love them. Love them. So, yep. But no stabby cat tonight, Mike. We've got the We're Not Morning People shirt. We're not people. All right, here we go. So now that I've colored on my mat, I am going to take a baby wipe. Since that was pretty fresh ink, it came up easily. And Betsy, when I get off of here, I will give you Sandy's information if you don't already have it, and you might be able to talk her into cutting those for you. But I'm betting that you've got a Cricut or a Scan Cut, and you could probably do it yourself. All you have to do is weld the letters. I know that now because I watched her do it. I didn't know that. I know nothing about the whole Cricut and whatever. All I know is Scan Cut. You scan my stamps and then you cut it out. That's all I know. I'm not a huge machine person, but that's changing. Need to find out the font. It was one of the ones that comes standard. I know that, like, she didn't do it, but I'm thinking that Capsalon would be a good one. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? It's the one that we use for Pajama Crafter. But I had this, I had these stickers way before Pajama Crafter was a thing. So let's talk about Pajama Crafter for a minute. Pajama Crafter was originally purchased as prickly pear stamps. And as time has gone on, we've almost sold out of our prickly pear products. And it just kind of made sense from a marketing standpoint when I bought the company that it was just time to make it my own. And so I always crafted my pajamas. So it's like a really rare occasion that I've actually got, like, quote unquote real clothes. I mean, I have leggings on it and a t-shirt, so it's not like I got dressed up for you guys as much as I want you to believe that. And then, so my husband hates pajamas, and he also hates sweatpants. He thinks that they're just, quite honestly, he thinks that they're lazy, and he hates them. I love them, so I decided to call it Pajama Crafter. One, because I wanted to irritate him, and two, because, I mean, I'm in my pajamas 24/7, and it only made sense. So, and when you think about it, I don't know, think about when you guys craft, it's usually like, I'm going to say either into the wee hours of the morning because you're still awake, or it's like right after you get home from work when you're trying your hardest to I think my phone's going to do something funny here in a minute. When you're always in your pajamas or your comfy clothes. So we're not doing anything fancy here. We're just having a good time. And, you know, when I go to retreats, I wear my pajamas or workout clothes the whole time because I want to be comfortable. All right, not workout clothes. I wear stretchy clothes, comfy clothes, right? Hi, Kelly. How are you? You guys, have you seen Kelly's amazing Forever 29 cards? She did one with dinosaurs, and she also did one with the What the Krill stamp sets, which, if you don't know what the Krill is, it's like all the little sea life creatures. And she just did an amazing job. So be sure to look at those. And Sharon Baker, nice to see you on here. Hello, hello. All right, so y'all know that I like layers, and we are going to make a slimline card. So I have already embossed a polka dot folder, so that way I could put my adhesive on there. I'm also using this banner die. Again, I popped it up on foam because I like texture. And this is actually, like I said, going to a friend of mine who we are going to go, I guess, cat shopping, cat adopting tomorrow. So I am going to make our custom background. So with that, we're going to make I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. I can't think and talk and craft at the same time. We're just going to do an outline because you're only going to see about a 1/4 inch of each of these. So I'm going to start with the red. And I'm going to go here in the corner. This is the R24. You guys, again, if I'm doing this, a monkey could do this. Like, this takes no skill. What I'm saying is that there are alcohol marker friendly. You can do alcohol marker friendly techniques without all the hustle and bustle of it all. So right now is the R29. And that's my darkest color. And then this is my R46. And again, you can use your chisel end if you want. And then I'm going to go back with that R24. And the reason I'm ending with that R24 is it is a coral color, which is like an orange. Okay? So I'm going to take this YR04 and I'm going to slightly go over that. And all I'm doing is getting my paper wet. Okay? And then I'm going to take my YR07 and I'm overlapping some of that color. And then I'm going to use my darkest color, which is YR09. See how that nicely blends. Now we're going to bring in one more color, and this is going to be a transition color. We're going to use this Y38. It's almost the same color as that YR04. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in this Y19 that we've been using. So the only colors I'm bringing in additionally are the Y35. And we're just trying to get it, you know, like that first quarter inch or so. And then we're going to use the Y15. And the reason my markers are squeaking, because I know that there are going to be people going, oh my God, you need to refill those. Normally that is absolutely the truth. My paper, it's squeaking, one, because I'm moving fast, and two, because I am using 120-pound cardstock. So you see how I'm just wrapping that around? And now I am bringing in a YG01 because it's the lightest. I shouldn't say it's the lightest, but it plays really nice with that Y13. And I'm bringing that all the way down. Okay, I don't know if I needed to do that all the way. So now I'm going to bring in, I knew Gracie was going to make an appearance, guys. She wanted to yell and scream. It's inevitable. Can you guys hear her? So this is my Y67. Do you see how that YG01 is still shining through? That's because they are translucent colors and they're buildable. Okay? And now I'm using my YG17, which is my my first mid-tone color. And you might want to kind of feather that a little bit. And now I'm coming in with that YG03. So I did bring in, I said I was only bringing in one. So far I've brought in 2 extra markers from what I did on the candles. All right. So we might need a transition color. So the reason I did this YG67, it has a lot of gray in it, and it has a lot of blue. So now I'm going to use my darkest of my blue. And I'm going to kind of flick into that. And you really work, you scrub over that line where that YG67 was until you get a blend. So you're making almost a 4th color. But you notice they're all blending together. Okay. Then I'm coming in with that B16. So this is my mid-tone color. Now for what we're doing, mid-tone color doesn't really matter in this, but I'm just explaining what they are. And I'm choosing this little doodad of information so that you guys, you know, any level, skill level with coloring can do this. So now we've got this light blue. So I am going to pick up another color. just trying to decide which one. A BV0, 0. And I'm just going to take it all the way down there to the corner. So we're probably going to leave out a pink. I might be able to squeeze it in, but we'll see. So now from there, I am going to take the V15. And this is my mid-tone color. And by putting down that BV0, 0, it kind of lets me blend those two together. And the answer is no, we're not going to get any RV in there. We'll see how we're gonna make this work somehow or other. And then from that same corner, we are doing V17. Now you know orange and yellow are opposite on the color wheel. So we right here could make some mud. So we're going to go real light with this V09. Okay. I am so saturated right here in the spot. Let me wipe this up. Do as I say, not as I do, you know. You know how the saying goes. And I've got my chamois. I'm going to just clean that up. And then I am going to take this I don't know, I think I'm going to do an RV69. Over that. And we're going to go with 17, RV17. Can you hear my dog snoring? And that's how we don't get mud. And y'all were probably holding your breath because secretly I was too. I didn't practice this prior. I usually try to practice a little bit. There we go. Please give that video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. God, that was so nice of you. All right, so I am going to take I'm not going to take the time to put all these markers away, so I'm going to put them behind me. And if you know that if you color for any amount of time, that always you end up with piles of markers. What I've started doing is I color everything twice now, and I actually keep like a little journal with all of my colors in it. So this is how it's going to look. Did I pull it off? Let's see. I think I did. So, like I said, you didn't have to go that far in. Please okay. Seeing if I'm missing anything. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my slimline card. So I make my slimline cards to measure 3.5 by 8.5. So I have a piece of paper that measures 7 by 8.5, and then I score that in the middle at 3.5. I'm using my Barely Art glue. And we do sell that in the shop. It's my favorite. Usually, to be honest with you, there's not much in the store that isn't my favorite, because why would I sell it if I didn't love it? You know what I mean? And then I'm using my pop press just to get my layers down. So This is a white one, and it says Pajama Crafter Stamps. It's called Soda Pop Press, and it says, let's get physical. We're channeling our inner Jane Fonda. I'm a mess, you guys. All right. So I'm putting that to the side. I'm ripping off all of the backing papers from my double-sided adhesive because I'm a foam tape freak. Like it makes my texture-loving heart. You know, like some people like the ASMR as far as the sound. I like the ASMR as far as the textures. Like I am a texture person through and through. Now, one thing is I can never get anything like glued on straight the first time. I know that there's like something called like magic corners or something that you can use for that, but who's got times for that crap? Lisa's saying that the pop press is available in pink, purple, teal, and black. So if you're interested in one of those, they're a very good price on the website, and they are so travel friendly, it's unreal. So I always put glue on my double-sided adhesive. Now, my double-sided adhesive is so stinking strong that it does not need to be, it does not need wet glue. So I don't want you to think that like, oh, this is not good. It's just that it gives me, like, I still didn't get it straight, you guys. Let's see. Can I peel that up? Can I peel it up? Nope, can't peel it. Nope, not going to be able to peel that up. All right, it's fine. It's a handmade card. It's not homemade. So I'm still putting that adhesion down. So we've got red over here and purple. So maybe we could start with like a pink. We're playing right now. We are just playing. Let's see. Pink, purple. Blue. Green. Yellow. Orange. And red. It's funny that my favorite color kind of ends up in the middle. And, you know, you definitely can do that wonky, or you can do it absolutely straight up and down. However you think you want to do it. I think I'm going to do the green one straight up and down. I'm just trying to get these kind of centered, and then you can do whatever you want. Now, my texture-loving heart would absolutely pop these up with foam tape, but we're not done yet. We still have sentiments to do and bling and all that good jazz. So I want this pink one to be done, and I want this green one to be done. Now, if I wasn't live, I would get out a ruler. I am not joking. I would get a ruler and I would like measure out exactly where the middle of my card was, and I would put this straight up and down. But we're not doing that tonight. We're not going to show how insane I am. I mean, I'm borderline. Anybody that hangs out with me, and I think most of you on here too, do know that I can be a little cray-cray when I want to be. But it's just because I love paper and I love what I do, and I need to. So the reason this isn't sticking down as easily is because this is embossed. It's dry embossed with a polka dot folder. It was just a folder I have in my stash. You guys, I have like, I don't know, probably 300 embossing folders. I mean, come on. But don't we all? We all have our favorite things. Heat embossing and dry embossing were probably the first techniques that like really spoke to me when I first started crafting. So I tend to have a lot of those. I think I have glue on my finger. I think that's part of the problem too. So we're just gonna nail that down. And this one's gonna go like that. And I'm purposely doing this wonky so I don't have to measure it, and I don't have to, you know, get everything lined up. You definitely could if this is like if this is making you crazy. Is this making anybody crazy? Wiggle room. Lisa's talking about wiggle room. Her and I were talking today. She might be laughing at wiggle room because I probably need a little bit of wiggle room. I ate an entire package of bacon myself today. And I have no excuse. I probably have cholesterol. I know that I have cholesterol. It's through the roof. But what can you say, you know? All right, we are going to let this go to the side. Now, I have this really cool double square ink holder. It fits oxide inks. It's just plastic, and then it's got a felt, or not, a rubber feet on there. I'm going to put that on there to hold it down. So now we're going to get the Misty out. I am using a circle from our scalloped circle. Say that like 5 times straight, 5 times fast. Our scallop circle nesting dies. And the one in the center of the dies actually it's just a circle without scallops. So that's the one I'm using. I'm going to use the Happy Birthday. Get some of this stuff out of the way. It's driving me bonkers. Bonkers. Glass mat. Nope. Okay. Alright, so we're going to use this Happy Birthday. Now, I am going to put my glasses on because I need to see. Now this is a very tight fit. In fact, I think part of the exclamation point is going to come off. I do have a waffle flower sticky mat in here, one of the like photopolymer. So it's made out of the same thing as your stamps, but that allows you to put stuff in the middle without a magnet. I know that there are all kinds of different sticky mats out on the market. This is the one that I prefer. And so I'm just using black ink. And then I'm using my pop press just to get a good impression. You like how that pop press is good for more than one thing? And look, that fits in there perfectly. And that little bit of overhang was no problem. So now, my dog is shaking his collar. He's saying, "Hi everybody, just let you know I'm here." All right. So now everybody's going to go, "Oh no, you're covering everything up." Yep, I am. So these are banners from our banner dies. They're fish ended. And I want to make my own custom size banner. So I cut 2 of them together. And my goal is that my circle will cover up part of it. So when in doubt, sometimes you just have to shorten things. Just like so. And I'm going to glue pieces. Judy Van Zant, nice to see you. It's better late than never. And I'm so glad that you're here with us. The reason I'm going early on Friday night is because craft roulette's going on shortly. And I know a lot of people love craft roulette. And, you know, a lot of my friends participate in that. I've been a guest on there as well. Lori Craig is going to be on there as the guest tonight. And I'm assuming that she's going to be doing Olos. I don't know. But she's from, she represents the Olo company. So I'm making that guess, but who knows, right? So I'm going to put down this piece of foam tape because I want to make this look like a medallion. And I went a little too long with that, peeling that up. So I don't use a super sticky foam tape because I'd like to be able to peel it up and make changes if I want. So I made my own medallion, and now I'm going to use another piece of my foam tape. As I told you, I'm like Laura Bass, and I can't sing like her. I wish I could. Dimension is life, in my opinion. All right. So we've got this cute medallion. You know what? I missed a whole portion of my card. I told you we were going to use this banner, and then we were going to pop the candles up on top of that. Guess what? It's alive, and it didn't go as planned. And here I go. I'm using some Barely Art glue on my adhesive, so I can have some wiggle room. And I'm going to put that down just like that. I feel like I'm covering up my favorite color candle, but I know green is not everybody else's favorite candle or color, so that is it. Now we could spiffy this up, and we could like take a marker and outline it in black or something like that. I might do that off camera. I'm not brave enough to do it while you guys are watching, but yeah, I think this was super easy. What did you guys think? Do you think that this is an achievable design that like is beginner friendly? I consider myself great card, love it. Thank you, Judy. I don't consider myself like an expert colorist, but I don't think I started coloring yesterday either. And I like to show people that no matter what skill level they are, whether they're just beginning or if they are just starting their craft journey, that these products are for everybody. And it's really important that people know that. So for me, the card will not be complete unless I get a red heart out of here. I got these, I think, at Michael's, like in the way back time machine. I don't even know if they carry this stuff anymore. But anyway, I bought them, and I always like to put a little red heart somewhere on my card. And then, you could go crazy with all the different colors of confetti. Lately, I've really been feeling just the iridescent, like, no hole sequins, which is insane because I don't even sell them in my store. So for me to even be demoing it is kind of dumb, but I just kind of do what I want to do. And we all have stuff in our craft rooms, and I don't think there's anything wrong with, using a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I mean, all the companies need the love. If I knew who these actually belong to, I would tell you. But yeah, probably this calls for confetti. It's probably where I got these. So I'm just going to decorate these. Let me see. The little heart adds a lot. Yay! All right, let's get these going. So I've got these in a little trinket tray. We might be carrying these in the store soon. I have not yet done that. My design team got them for Christmas. And I just haven't placed an order. A friend of ours makes these, so he 3D prints these. So I just haven't made my final decision on what we're carrying or whatever. But if we do, it'll be in the same colors as our pop presses. It'll be in pink, teal, black, white. I would love to have lime green because it's my favorite, but I don't think that's going to sell as much because you either love green or you hate green. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I always fiddle too much with with baubles. I could probably do this part all night long. So I would like to know, would you guys think, do you guys think that the banner should be outlined in black? I'm not doing it on camera because I don't have the nerve to do it. But what do you think? Do you think that this would be, do you think it would look better with some black trim? For some reason I do. It's like really calling me. Any of those cupcake glue holders available? Funny that you asked that. So, Kelly, there are a few online. I don't know what colors they are. I think there are the pink and teal and the teal and purple. And then we do have this scent. So when I say that, I have all kinds of cupcakes sitting downstairs in my living room. And I just need to put the stopper that goes in the bottom. So each one of these has a stopper way down here. So when you put your Barely Art glue in there, like so, the needle hits it, and then the glue tip hits it and keeps it from spilling out. And then the magnet. So I haven't put the stoppers in yet. So we actually have about, I think, 8 to 10 of each color. So if you give me a few minutes, I can definitely get those on the onto the website and get those done. In fact, it was so funny. I had the stoppers in my hand earlier today. So it's on my to-do list. We are going to be at a show in Columbia, South Carolina, I believe February 13th for Valentine's Day weekend. So if you are in the South Carolina area and you want to say hi, please come and say hi to me. And then Expo is right around the corner. And I think our first one is Orlando. So that's what I've got tonight. Does anybody have any questions or want to see anything else? Oh, you think stitching, Betsy? I will do stitching with my Copic multi-liner off camera because, oh heck, let's just do it. You guys can laugh at me. I just need to find it. Yeah. All right, if I mess it up, it's her fault. You had me, I had you at pink and teal. Okay, Kelly. When I say a beginner can do anything, I can do anything except for like drawing straight lines or drawing period. But even tick marks, I'm like, oh no, oh no. Like I can feel the smoke coming out of my ears. I can feel my glasses fogging up. All of this because I'm having to draw tick marks. Betsy, it's your fault. Can you guys hear my dog snoring? I think I asked you that earlier, but he's really, really going. Now, it's not going to be like a true video or a live without that one loud car that's in my neighborhood to drive by. So I'm waiting for that. Vroom, vroom. It makes me so mad. It's like, get yourself a muffler. I almost want to buy him one. Not too shabby, folks. Not too shabby. Sean, I don't think is here. I put my phone on airplane mode a little while ago so that if he accidentally called me, it wouldn't ring, because nothing makes me crazier. I mean, when my phone, looks good, you're doing a great job, thanks, Betsy. Nothing drives me crazier than when phones and computers ding during live. So this is all I've got for tonight. I mean, I could definitely get out more stamps. I could still color, all that stuff. But you know what? I want to go watch some Craft Roulette, and that comes on in about a half an hour. So I don't know. Oh, did you guys hear my word of the year is unstoppable? And I got myself a bracelet that says unstoppable so that I can remind myself every time I have some self-doubt that it's unstoppable. And it's got like purples and blues and blacks in there, like pretty much everything I wear is in here. So I'm so excited about it. And then my friend also bought me a bracelet, and they had, and all the stones that are in it are the same colors. And the person who made it prayed over it and prayed for success over the business. So I'm super excited. I should have that on tonight. But I was running late and I wanted to get on here on time. All right. So that's all I've got. Unless you guys have questions for me. All right. See you Monday. I'm committing to Monday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm really trying, guys. I really I'm trying to be more present as long as I can, as long as we're not shows. All right, you guys have a great night. Bye-bye.